Greetings and salutations, gamers. Big shit here, back at it again with another doozy of a video for you all. In my continued coverage of Project Epoch Custom Vanilla WoW Plus Private Server TM, I've discovered big changes to world bosses taking place. World bosses are iconic and essential to the original Vanilla WoW experience, especially on PvP servers. Unfortunately, on Blizzard's official classic piece of shart WoW, they were completely unplayable due to severe lag and horrible server qualities. Luckily for us, however, private servers exist to provide a better experience. Utilizing the new categorizations of major and minor world bosses, the Project Epoch devs are spicing up the 1 to 60 leveling experience with the addition of a carefully curated catalog of big fat thugs in desperate need of a beatdown. These bosses appear to be spaced out around every 10 levels and will drip players out in dungeon quality gear. Before we take a tips out deep dive into these world bosses, consider leaving a like and subscribe, as I'll be actively covering and creating content for Project Epoch. Okay, so it's time for the deep dive into world bosses, and as you can see here as I scroll, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new world bosses that they have listed here on the website, and they're categorized into 2 categories, so minor and major. I was looking for footage. I never played any of the betas because I wasn't around my PC at the time, and I don't like playing betas or alphas of games anyways. I like waiting till the full thing comes out, and I don't like spoiling it, but I guess I'm kind of spoiling it now since I've decided to make videos, but that's okay. I wasn't able to find any footage on these guys. I did find a video on Silithid Lurker and Volcan, so we'll take a look at the mechanics. They could be outdated, I'm not sure, but either way, we'll get into it. So world bosses. Engaging, challenging, and rewarding world content during leveling has always been a core desire for players. True. Kind of sick of just collecting the same poor assholes for 10 years. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you guys are sick of that, but I know I am. So with this in mind, we're excited to introduce what we're calling micro world bosses. Micro? I thought it was minor. What the hell? Designed for lower level players, these bosses will have a longer respawn timer, offer a significant challenge for groups of about 5 to 10 players, and reward dungeon quality loot. When you spot one of these formidable foes stomping through the world, don't hesitate to yell for brave adventurers to join the fight. For those seeking even greater challenges, the world will also feature major world bosses. These formidable encounters are designed for endgame players, demanding large groups and careful coordination to overcome. With powerful rewards that match their difficulty, these world bosses will provide exciting objectives for adventurers ready to test their mettle at the highest levels. Damn, that's crazy. Is it just me, or are things getting crazy out there? But moving on. So the first world boss you can do is Corrupted Ancient in Ashenvale. It's a level 18 to 30 world bracket. So when you're doing your Ashenvale quests, getting your stupid Warsong reports, and killing the satyrs for their 1 in 5,000 horn drop, when you get inevitably bored of that, you can hit up the not world chat, but the what the hell is it called? I'm blanking. The zone chat, whatever. I don't think it's called zone chat. Local. I think local. I don't know. Either way, you can hit up local chat and group up for a world boss and get some dungeon gear. So the sacred forests of Ashenvales are watched over by various forces of nature, one of which are the Ancients. These colossal tree-looking figures guard against evil that seeks to desecrate these woods, but sometimes such forces of nature can be desecrated themselves and fall to corruption. These fallen guardians present a formidable challenge to adventurers in the mid-level range. Players must work together to purge the corruption and restore balance to the forest. Successfully defeating a corrupted ancient not only aids Ashenvale, but also grants valuable rewards befitting the effort required to vanquish such a foe. It's crazy. Adding leveling content is something that is pretty much mandatory. If you're gonna make people go 1 to 60, there has to be interesting shit to do. This is definitely something that could spice up the leveling, alongside making even like the rare spawn mobs that pop up. In Vanilla WoW, they drop fucking dog shit loot, aside from like a few niche ones that drop what's that? Is it Title Charm, the stun? Like there's certain ones that drop good stuff later on, but most of them just drop like a shitty green. Like why doesn't a rare mob drop a cool unique weapon or something that's unique to that mob? Like how hard is that to even think of? So they're doing a big job spicing up the 1 to 60, which I'm thankful for, because I fucking hate leveling in Classic WoW now. I'm sorry. It was fun the first couple times, but The professions are shit 1 to 60. There's nothing good you can make aside from like a few amount of pieces. It's not even worth the effort. Doing dungeons, at least on private servers, it's mostly a waste of time. On classic, but on classic, it's the opposite. For some reason, dungeon cleaving is the fastest XP. So it's just, and then you're just not in. You're in an instance, not even in the world. So it's a piece of shit. So yeah, good job, Epoch. I would have to say I'm pleased. So the next one, I don't know, I got off on a tangent there, but either way, the next one, Gonzor, Big Yeti here, Hillsbrad Foothills, 25 to 35. This one will be I guarantee you, well, I guess Ashenvale, this one's in a PvP zone too. The Ashenvale is a good amount of early PvP, and Hillsbrad's another PvP hub, so these will be quite interesting on war mode, I think. I think Epoch is going war mode, and it's like a PvE server default with war mode, so I wonder how it's gonna work for war mode. Like they have to have some type of I know there's probably an XP. Well, I can look. Let's find it quick. Let me find war mode. I'll make a video on PvP separately, but I think it's important to include it in this video. So Project Epoch may be a PvE realm at heart, but world PvP remains the cornerstone of the experiment. War mode allows you to opt in for PvP, blah blah blah. Let's see PvPvE. See, this is the world boss section. This is why I came over here, because I knew I needed to read this. On Project Epoch, major world bosses are high-stakes PvPvE encounters that ignite large-scale conflict 5 minutes before one spawns. A zone-wide alert goes out, and when bosses arrive, the entire area becomes PvP enabled. That is perfect. I'm actually very pleased that they've had the foresight to think of this, because like if you just have a war mode as an optional thing, then no one's gonna like. How does a world boss work on PvE? Whoever tags it first, and then it becomes like a cheese to try to taunt and reset it or something. Nah, like that shit needs to be fought over, in my opinion. So this is an excellent change here. So before the world bosses spawn, the entire zone goes PvP, sorry. And if the boss isn't defeated within 2 hours, the zone returns to normal. These bosses drop powerful PvE items, but also reward conquest and PvP gear. So if the boss is just sitting up for hours, then I guess it just turns into like a PvE server again. Or the zone turns PvE and it's whoever tags and just happens to kill it, which is fine, because like at that point, if it hasn't been killed in the 2 hours, clearly the people don't care about killing it. So that makes sense. So it's a good change, good change. So back to world bosses. I don't even remember where I read up to, but yeah, so there's Gonzor, world boss. He sounds like he's beast mode, and he drops rare and valuable items. Then King Grok in STV, 30 to 45. Another minor one. The complex political structure of Strangle Thorn's guerrillas can be boiled down to who is the largest, and so the powerful Grok was banished from Jaguar Isle by King Mukla. Now Nock claims rulership over the rest of Stranglethorn, and his king does not take kindly to intruders in his kingdom. Though exiled, Nock's strength remains unmatched in the wilds of Stranglethorn. Adventurers who cross paths with him should prepare for brutal and relentless fight. Victory over King Nock comes with significant rewards, as defeating the self-proclaimed monarch yields treasures worthy of his title. Tread carefully, for Nock's wrath is as vast as his ambition. That's legendary. And like I said, I haven't been able to find any YouTube footage of the beta fights for these guys, but these next two that I'll be going over, they do have footage. So, Silithid Lurker. Level 40 to 50 in Tanaris, the strange alien-like creature called Silithid are being spotted in various areas of Kalimdor, but none as large as Lurker. This behemoth was spotted by goblins of Gadgeson, and warnings have been issued to avoid its roaming area. What could such a portend foretell? The Silithid Lurker is a formidable foe, its size and strength unmatched among its kin. Adventurers daring enough to confront the monstrosity will find themselves tested in both endurance and strategy. Defeating the Lurker not only brings glory, but the potential for rare and mysterious loot tied to its origin. Rally your ally, as this is a challenge no one should face alone. So here, courtesy of Red Thunder 1, he's playing a dual-wield warrior against a red mob. This guy ain't gonna be hitting shit. But let's take a look here. So we'll full screen it, speed. Let's see. Looks like he casts Volatile Infection, Acid Spit, so you're going to need to cleanse diseases. Puts a armor debuff on the tank, it looks like. Snap, I don't know what Snap does, it puts some kind of debuff. He doesn't look too complicated though, someone got fucked up. They seem kind of just like target dummies with a couple of dispellable mechanics, but there's nothing wrong with that. World bosses, especially minor ones like this, they honestly, that's what they should be. They don't need to be crazy complicated because you're gonna be taking them down with a ragtag group of pugs. So, and here's some of the loot. So, Lurker's Brood. Oh, it's for a 3 Silthid that will fight for you. That's like Barrow's Peasant Collar, but it looks like a higher level version. And Dustwalker Turban, level 45. So just, yeah, some gear to help you along leveling. Very nice, very nice. So finally, we got a Vulcan. Vulcan or Vulcan? I don't know. I'm going to say Vulcan, but it might be Vulcan. 58 to 60 burning steps. This is a major world boss. So by major, I don't know. Is that like major as in the Emerald Drakes or whatever, the Dragons of Nightmare, whatever the fuck they're called? And like is that and Doomlord Kazakh, is he like on the same level as them? That's what I'm not sure. But we'll watch the video and we can make that determination. Either way, Vulcan was an ancient slumbering stone giant nestled within the mountains of Redridge until the day Ragnaros was summoned and transformed the region into a fire expanse now known as Burning Steppes. Awakened by the devastation of Vulcan erupted into a magma giant and now wanders the once peaceful lands, bringing ruin to any across his path. Yeah, he's pissed. As one of the major world bosses, Vulcan is a true test of strength and teamwork for maximal players. With his devastating abilities and immense durability, only well-coordinated groups of heroes stand a chance against his towering foe. Those who dare to challenge Vulcan and emerge victorious will find rewards worthy of his legendary might. Well, let's see what kind of rewards we're finding. So, thankfully, Jay-Z with the comments turned off. We got a feral tank POV. So Vulcan's level 63. Magma Crush. So what does Magma Crush do? Looks like everyone took damage. It's just an AoE stomp. Spam some chain heals. Orb! There's an orb. Looks like, so there's an orb. It looks like it spits fire. We saw that guy screaming to kill it. So seems like he spawns a fire orb. It spits AoE fire damage, and then all the melee would probably insta swap and cleave off of it. And as for casters, it's hard to say because you don't know the health. Like the casters, if it's not that high health, having casters swap their target really fucks their DPS up. And if you have a nice melee group, melee are able to cleave off of it, but it just really depends on its health. It seems like you want to nuke it as fast as possible, but the better guilds will probably be cleaving off of it. Maybe have Hunter swap as well, because Hunter has like they can easily swap targets. But well, the orb goes down. Everyone's back on the boss. What else is he doing? We got this. Magma Crush again. Just like an AoE stomp damage. Orb! See how fast it dies. It lives. I think it has a decent amount of health, unless these people don't do very much damage. But you can see it just sitting there spitting out damage. So maybe everyone will have to swap onto it. It's lived quite some time. See, now it's down. It stopped spitting. It's still there. I wonder if that's like a bug, where when you kill it, the model doesn't despawn, but it's not spitting out any mechanics, so tank looks like he's taking a beating. So yeah, there's still 2 orbs up, so what I said must be correct, or they maybe they don't spit anymore, but if you stand in them, you take damage and it remains. I'm not sure. But either way, Vulcan's going down here. What kind of loot does he drop? So level 60, crossfire, shoulder guards, agi, stam, fire res, melee and ranged hit. So this looks like a nice ass, really nice hunter piece right here. Extra 1% crit, melee ranged crit, and melee ranged attacks. Probably, warriors. It's vanilla. Warriors will use it. I'm not sure. It's been a while. I have to think like. What are the blue shoulders from what's his fucking Baron Rivendare, is it, or is it Melchizar? Are they True Strike shoulders? Oh yeah, these are way better. But it's agility focused, so it's these have attack power, so it's definitely more weighted towards rogue, druid, and hunter. I would say specifically hunter, but a warrior could use that. Crit's good on a warrior. Like crit's one of the better stats, even more useful than attack power in a lot of cases. So yeah, very epic. I have to say, Epoch, I'm a fan. Looking forward to blumping down some world bosses and getting in some world scraps with them. And yeah, so these are all the world bosses they have for now. If there's any more, update everyone, and thanks for watching. Peace.